Well, bore da, good morning, and it's another Denbigh walkabout, and today I'm going to concentrate more of Denbigh Town. Last video, Denbigh walkabout, I did a bit of the countryside, but in this video I'm going to be having a walk around Denbigh Town. I will visit the mental. I've got to visit the mental, haven't I, on a Denbigh walk, but it'll be more around the town, in and around the town today, up at the castle and High Street and what have you, and the usual natter along the way, so you're more than welcome to join me. So let's get going. Right, this is bottom of town, or Townsend as we call it, and this building there, it's pizzas and kebabs and stuff. It was the old, well, this Townsend takeaway they call it now, but it was the old Abbey filling station. All they did was sell petrol, and I'll show you the there was a sign of friary or abbey just down here, down this track here. So let's have a quick look at the friary or the abbey. I tell you, there's a little plaque next to the well, and I'll talk about the well as well. So there's the abbey in front of me there, and it's haunted, by the way. Almost forgot to mention that then. Sometimes this little gate is locked, but anyway, that's what's left of the abbey. Actually, it could be the 16th or 15th or something like that. Yeah, it's locked. I don't know why they lock it. Got a lock on it. But anyway, if you look it up, there's a plaque there. It dates back to God knows when. And there, that well there, they say, there's the old tale of Denbigh, is there's a tunnel, and it starts or ends or begins which way you want to go from that well up to a well or an opening up in the castle. And there's two access points, one at the Evan Pierce Memorial and one at the, well, it's the Guildhall Tavern. It was the old Bull Hotel, where you could access this tunnel, but that's the story, but no one knows whether it exists. But anyway, that's the old friary. It dates back to God knows when, probably the 15th or 16th century, something like that. Right, so let's keep going. Okay, this is the bottom of town, and this is where the railway bridge used to be, and that's what's left of it today. And there is a bit of a clue, which I'll show you now. Well, hopefully, don't know. You see it between the two signs there, or there even. It's the railway pub. This is where the railway used to go across bottom of Vale Street, and I remember it. Not when the trains were in use, but I remember the actual bridge. So this is Vale Street, the busiest road in and out of Denbigh. And I'll show you the Evan Pierce Memorial, where one of the access points was supposedly this tunnel. So keep going. And the railway station used to be at the back there, where Aldi is now, or near to Aldi. That's where the railway station was, and there was a hut there on that corner where they used to sell fish and chips and stuff like that. So this is bottom of town. And the old wool factory was there, which is all gone now. And Alitz Motors was here, and the dairies was there. The old dairies, and you used to have the milk floats, all the electric milk floats. Used to be all parked up, ready to deliver a milk first thing in the morning. So yeah, that's where the hut was there on the corner. So yeah, and opposite Lidl is the Evan Pierce Memorial, which I'll show you in a minute. And just opposite the Evan Pierce Memorial, where Lidl's is now, was the old biscuit factory. And I remember it when they were going to dismantle it. There was a lot of asbestos, and they evacuated a certain area, because of the asbestos. And when that was getting built, it was Gateway. I was running a builder's merchants then, and I supplied probably about half of the materials to build that place. The only thing I think I didn't supply is the bricks. I more or less supplied all these bikes coming. I more or less supplied everything else. So yeah, off-roaders. Red for the camera. So yeah, that's the Evan Pierce Memorial. The Evan Pierce Memorial Gardens, and he used to live here. It was called Salisbury Place. There's more bikes. Yeah, so that's the Evan Pierce, a very highly regarded doctor during the cholera epidemic. So that's Dr. Evan Pierce, and he put that memorial. And like I say, he used to live opposite where the old biscuit factory was, and it was Gateway. And as I say, I supplied nearly everything to build that place. The only thing I didn't supply, I think, was the bricks. Right, keep going. And not only is it the busiest street in Denbigh, but there's no other street like it in Denbigh for the biggest, grandest buildings. There's no other street like it, especially that one there. That's Agelli. That's the first brick built house or building or mansion in Wales, and that's it there. As I say, you won't find another street like this in Denbigh. And just on my left there, that's the old police station, and you can see the bars on the windows there. That's where the cells were, so that was the old police station. And there, opposite, is the old Hawker Buckle, and the only thing that remains of it today is the sign above. They've still got the hawk and the buckle, they've still kept it. Alright, keep going. Oh, it's Mostyn House. And that's haunted, by the way. Almost forgot to mention it. Right, almost at the top of Vale Street, and just on my left will be the Stocks and the Cross. There's the Stocks, and there's the Cross. You can see where it's worn away on the edges there. That's where the butchers and people on town, if they had swords and knives, but especially the butchers from the butcher shop, used to come out and sharpen their knives on the cross. That's why it's worn away. And there, that was the old market hall. It's now the library. It was the old market hall. I'll show you that in a minute. And the Guildhall Tavern. Oh, I forgot to mention too, Evan Pierce Memorial. That was one of the access points. And there's another access point here. It was the Bull Hotel, but it's now the Guildhall Tavern. And there's actually a well inside there. And there's supposed to be another access point there on its way up to the castle, which I'll be visiting a bit later. So anyway, like I say, that was originally the Bull Hotel. Key hook opening the car door right in front of me. So yeah, and there was a tailor's there, high quality tailor. I think, was it Hughes? Can't think off the top of my head now. But really, you know, the old tape measure, and he has a suit on and that. I'm sure it was Hughes. Anyway, this is the library. That was the old market. You go in there, there'd be a stone floor and all racks of stuff. And anyway, there's Henry Morton Stanley. Bit controversial. And he was born in Denbigh. And a lot of people think he was born somewhere where he wasn't. But I'll show you exactly where he was born and where he was brought up. You get people, this fellow on my left, they stop and he's having a good look. And here, Co-op, that used to be Burgess. It was a massive toy shop, and originally it was a cinema. So yeah, And that used to be, it's Holland and Barrett, well it's shut now, but that was the fresh food centre. One side was the meat and butchers, and the other side was the veg, and it was called the fresh food centre. But ironically it was always getting shut down because it was filthy in there. Anyway, I'll show you. I'll go up to the castle and then I'll show you a bit more of the town. I got the mental. I'll come down, let them pool. But anyway, see there, Castell Castle and the big key. So let's go up Broomhill Lane up to the castle. Bit of a climb. I'll be going through Burgess Gate, one of the openings of the town walls. So this is Broomhill Lane. There's a lot of steep roads and lanes in Denbigh. So, and they just make out a bit of Burgess Gate. So yeah, as proof, Broomhill Lane. It's steeper than what it looks on camera, I think. But someone was making a curry. You can smell it coming up there. Anyway, this is Burgess Gate, as I said, one of the two openings made of different coloured stone. It's like a checker pattern work of stone. And it was the Exchequer Gate, which I'll show you, but that doesn't exist today. Whew, quite a slog there. And I'll show you where the portcullis, you can still see the groove there, the grooves, the portcullis, and up there the murder holes. They used to pour boiling oil and stuff on you if you managed to make it through past the portcullis. But anyway, that's the I'll go across this way to Leicester's Church, the church that started to get built but was never finished. So anyway, Burgess Gate. I'll show you a bit later on where the Exchequer Gate was. There's only the two openings in the town walls. So I'll give you a bit of a view of lower and middle Denbigh, albeit a very wide angle view. So I'll head up to the castle. Cracking view, look at it. Albeit it'll look very, very wide as I'm using the GoPro. Anyway, so there's Leicester's Church coming into view. It was built, Lord Leicester, was it? I have researched this and I have done a few videos, but I do that much stuff on Denbigh, sometimes I can't keep up with it. But it was started but never finished. Apparently he was given money, or lent money to build it, and he scarpered with the money, so and it was never finished. So that's it. And just there, so that gate is the start of the Denbigh Town walls, and at the end of that town walls is the Goblin Tower, which I don't think I'll be filming today. But the Goblin Tower is haunted, by the way. Almost forgot to mention it. But anyway, it's the church that was started to be built but never finished. So that's Hilary's chapel, or Hilary's church, is it? Church / chapel. I think it's a church. And you can see I'll go a bit closer. You know, I still, to this day, I still get funny looks. You can see where they've been blocked in, where it's extended back, way back this way. And as a kid I climbed to the very top of that, and there's the castle, or Castell, Denbigh Castle, Castell Denbigh. So yeah, climbed up there. There was scaffolding, and as a kid I climbed right to the very top, and all that's inside that, there's nothing inside that except pigeon poo. Put a best words for it. Right, cool, quite a climb there. Right, I'll show you now where Henry Morton Stanley was born. A lot of people think he was born there, see that white house or cottage, but he wasn't born there. He grew up there, but he wasn't born there. He was christened in St Hilary's, but I'll show you where he was born. The actual building is not there, but a lot of people think he was born there, but he wasn't born there. He grew up there from the age of, I don't know, 3 or 4, something like that. It was actually here as a building just at the side of the castle, which is not there today, but that's where he was born, and that's where he grew up, and that's where he was christened, and then he buggered off. Well, he went to a workhouse in St Tassaf, which is now a hospital, and they call it the Stanley Hospital. He escaped. If you show you that there, see, born near here, Henry Morton Stanley, that's where he was born. A lot of people think he was born in that house there, but he wasn't. He grew up there. And the Exchequer Gate was roughly here. That was the second opening to the town walls, but it doesn't exist today, only the Burgess Gate. Right, drop down to the Mental now. And just through that gate there, still called the Treverion, but it's the Denbigh, what is it now, Betsy University Health Board. Oh, it was the men's shed. But anyway, the red building there was called the Treverion. I don't think it's called the Treverion now. Something to do with the health board there. But when the days where the Mental was open, it was a club, the Treverion Club, and it was called the Mental Club. Had 1 or 2 pints in that place. You didn't have to be a member, but it was an actual club, but they called it the Mental Club. And originally it was a convalescing home for patients recovering from illnesses from the mental. And before that, it was the home of some head doctor. Like I say, off the top of my head, I can't think of his name now. That was his house. And then it was, like I say, a convalescent home. And it was the Treverion. I'm not sure what it is now. It was the Denbigh men's shed. But it's something to do with the health board now. But anyway, I'm back at the Mental. Here we go. And if you're not a regular, to my channel, don't watch. If you're new to my channel, shall I say, I've been documenting the Mental now for 25 plus years. I just say 25 plus now. I've stopped counting after 25 years. A quarter of a century. And I ain't going to stop anytime soon. I get so much encouragement, even from the security. On the last Christmas, well, the Christmas card and Christmas presents, they said 25 years is a long time. So, and he said he's been there for 5 years. And he says, keep it up, keep up the good work. So, not that I need much encouragement, but it's great when you do get a bit of support for what I do, it makes it all worthwhile. Anyway, there's the Mental. I won't be going down to the front gate because I did say it's focusing on the town, and this is a bit out of town, but I gotta come and see the Mental, haven't I? You know what I mean? Anyway, obviously, basically, there's the Mental. Fall into bits. And if you are new to my channel, you'll know what's going to happen, or what's planned to happen. But we'll see. Like I say, watch this space. If you're interested in the Mental, I've got 1,000,001 videos on it. Because I say, 25 plus years, and I ain't going to stop anytime soon. But anyway, obviously, basically, there's the Mental. And the sheep are back today too. And the white building there, that was the nurse's home. So, right, let's head back into town. Have another bit of a natter across the high street now. Right, turning off in a minute, going down Meadows, where the allotments are. And this is where we used to get pieces of Formica. I don't know where we used to get the Formica from. used to cut into little squares. We used to sit on it and slide, going about 100 miles an hour down here. It's called Glass Meadows. But like I say, where we used to get the Formica from, I've no idea, but it's quite a slope. I'll tell you what, if there was anyone coming up, or if anyone walked out of, well, it wasn't Morrison's, wasn't here then, but I walked in front of you, there's no way you'd stop. We used to slide all the way down almost to the Pwll y Grawys, it's called. And there, as you can see, there's the allotments, and that big white building there, that was where Granby shirt factory was. And we used to go skateboarding there in front of the factory on a Sunday when it was shut. It was like a good slope. We used to go with our skateboards. We used to skateboard there. But here, this is Glass Meadows. But like I say, where we used to get Formica from, I've no idea. It might have been from the mental tip. We used to go rummaging in the back there. It's back of the cinder track, the haunted cinder track. Almost forgot to mention it. We could have got it from there. You get all sorts of stuff from the mental tip. There was 2 tips, so we probably got it from there. But anyway, this is where we used to slide down, and hopefully you can see right in the distance there, we used to end up down there. And the Formica, when you pick it up, it used to be hot. It used to heat up. So there, things you do, eh? Yeah, Granby shirt factory. Skateboarding on a Sunday morning. Right, drop down now into Pwll y Grawys and then Lenton Pool. Right, I'll just take a detour into Morrison's car park. Safeway was here before Morrison's, and I actually worked in Safeway, and then it became Morrison's. But long before there was ever a supermarket here, this is where the cattle market was. All the sheep pens were here, and the sheds were at the top here. All that wasn't here. All this lot was open here, and I think the pens were roughly here. And I don't know, it was Tuesday or a Wednesday. We used to come here when we were kids, and we used to help the farmers. Do you need help, mister? Do you need help, mister? And we used to work, we used to graft. You know what farmers are like, aren't they? Make you work all day. I remember once I got 50p. I got paid the most. You'd probably get 10 or 20 pence out of them for a day's work. You know, it's herding the sheep and then pigs and stuff like that. And yeah, and I always remember I got 50p. And I'll show you. I get across this road. I tell you, to this day, I still get funny looks. You know, I don't know why. What's you know? You're just walking around talking to a camera. And yeah, people, they say, what's he doing? Sorry, and the toilets were here. And then it was the council yard. There was a skip there. But I remember the toilets were there. And they had first ever one of them heaters where you put your hands in it and it'd switch on to dry your hands. That's probably where they had the first ever ones there. And there was Smithfield Garage was there. And Smithfield Stores was at the top, a bit higher up. It's a car wash now. But yeah, when we used to get paid, if and when we used to get paid, there, the hairdressers now. It was Smithfield Shop or something like that. Basically, it was just a big shed. It was made out of wood. It had a felt roof, and it was like a tobacconist and sweet shop and stuff. And whenever, you know, we finished with the farmers, whatever what we got paid, just to leg it across there and get a big bag of sweets. So yeah, anyway, that was the, as I say, the cattle market. So this is Pwll y Grawys. This is Smithfield Road. That's Pwll y Grawys, little short section. And then you got Lenton Pool. I'll show you my second school, junior controlled school. That was my second school. The first school was Gwynonnog, then I moved down to here. But they kept the front. It's flats now, but they kept the front of it. The playground was there. There was 2 playgrounds at the back. But I'll show you the front of it in a minute. Busy Lenton Pool. So yeah, on my left, which is the National, or Denbigh National, or Junior Controlled School. Like I say, it's flats now, but they kept the front of it. You can look it up, it dates. Has it got a date mark up there? I know it's got something up there, but I don't know what exactly. I can't remember. Like I say, I do all these Denbigh videos. I can't remember. I do so many of them, but got the door there. But that was very rarely used. We used to go in and out to the. Oh, I said 2 playgrounds, didn't I? I told a lie. There was 3. There was a door here, if I remember rightly. It was blue, and that was one of the playgrounds. And the toilets were down the bottom there. We used to go in and out of the school. Like I say, we used to use that in and out the entrance. We never used to, very rarely used that door, but there was 3 playgrounds, sorry. And at break time, every certain day, I can't remember now, say Wednesday or something like that, is to get a threepenny bit, is to be given a threepenny bit. And probably some of you are thinking, what's a threepenny bit? It was 3 pence. And just round the corner up there, Penton Street, there was a shop called Cotton's. It was a sweet shop. I used to run up there and get 3 pence worth of sweets. Don't think it, oh, you can just about make it from here, just that white and the building, the bay window there. So that was Cotton's. And we're on a dinner. There was no kitchens in the National. For our dinner, that's where we used to go to the Church Institute. We used to come in 2s, holding hands as you do with kids, you know, a big long trail of you. We used to cross the road. We used to go up the steps there. And I can always remember it. I can remember it to this day. As soon as you walk through that door, the smell is absolutely lovely. And the cross, this is the 3rd position they've moved it. See the cross there? It was there. There was a roundabout. And it was like stone roundabout, but it was always getting hit, it was always getting smashed. Why it was so big, I don't know. There's no need for it. You can see now it's like a flat roundabout they've got there. But the wagons, they were always hitting it. It was always, so they got rid of it. And I say that cross was in the middle there, but the original position was on town, on High Street, or just off the High Street. Trying to get across the road, I'll show you the steps we used to go up. Busy. Come on. Right. Yeah, it was the Church Institute, yeah, up them steps there we used to go. We used to have the tables with the big jugs of water on them. And I always remember the smell. So right, let's head up into town. Right, where I am now, from Lenton Pool up to the top of town, a lot will call it Bridge Street, but it's not. It's a street or a road with 2 names. Up until here, down to there, that's Bridge Street, and then from there to the top of town, it's Portland Place. If I show you, hopefully you may see it on this because I'm pretty close. See Bridge Street on that sign there. So Bridge Street is that way, and Portland Place is that way. And here was the Little Gem. That was a tobacconist as well. It's called the Little Gem. And Harry TikTok is here. Harry TikTok used to make clocks and men's stuff like that. Yeah, Harry TikTok. So yeah, this is Portland Place, which I'm on now. But a lot of people, if you said, even people from Denbigh, if you said, what's this road called? They'd say, oh, it's Bridge Street, but it's not. From the High Street to where I just shown you is Portland Place, and then it's Bridge Street, because there's a bridge going across. And I don't know, hopefully you can see it, because this camera's pretty wide, but there, Portland Place. And Mathers was there, newsagent. Bod Idris, the butchers, and Dewhurst. I think Bod Idris was that side, and Dewhurst was that side. Woolies was there, where Bevan's was. Parker's Fish Shop was there. I could go on. And Keepers, Jewellers was there. Yeah, loads of changes. And the original position of the post office now is there. But it was there where that it's, what is it now, the Mayflower Chinese takeaway That was the original position of the post office. And there, Shop Clwyd, it's the oldest shop in Wales. Shop Clwyd. The Denbighshire Free Press offices used to be here. And this is the Crown Square, where the angel is. But that's not the original position of the angel. The angel was right in the middle there, but they moved it to one side. I remember them with a big crane, lifted it and moved it to one side. And that's where the old fire station used to be. Right, heading down Vale Street now. Just make a bit of a detour. Oh, this is Lawn Swan, this road, and just here on my right is Capel Lawn Swan, which I was here for a year renovating that place. Inside and on the roof as well. It goes far back. There's a massive big room at the back there. But yeah, I was a year renovating that place on the it'd be the late 80s. Yeah, about 87, something like that. And a bit further up, I'll show you where the old Gwars G was, the old printers, which I was offered a job from there straight from school, which was 1979. But I'd already got a job in the Quicks, in BMS Motor Spares. But anyway, this was the plaque there, Thomas G 1815 to 1898 and what have you. But yeah, it's the old printers, Gwars G. But an old car at the back there. Yeah, I was offered the job. Said you can go in, you know, and but I'd already applied to get a job in BMS down by the Quick Save complex, so I would have been working there. But it's probably listed, and a lot of it, about a year ago or something like that, a lot of it fell down and blocked the road. Capel Mawr, hey? Big chapel, you can say that again. Absolutely massive. And there's Foundry Garage there, and opposite Foundry Garage was the old butter mill, or the butter market, and then it was a brewery. But you can see there, see Capel Mawr, or Capel Mawr. It's the big chapel, and it is big too, massive. Yeah, opposite Foundry Garage was the old butter market originally, and then it was a brewery. Can't think of the top of my head now what the brewery was called. Anyway, dropping down now to where the old courthouse was in the old Rongo School. Right, that's big white buildings there and red building there. That was where Middle Lane School was. That was my last school. It was the Gwynnog Denbigh National or Junior Control School, Rithin Road, and then here. But it's all been flattened now. But just before they demolished it, I did a couple of walkabouts there if you're interested in that. The old school, my last school, and that's where Rongo School was. And it was a court. It's the excuse me, it's a museum now. I'll be just cutting through here, which comes out in the retail park, and then that'll be it. That'll be the end of my natter. So just go through this gate. Yeah, sun, look at the sun coming out now. So I've just cut through here, little path cuts through the woodland, and you come out in by Screwfix and Aldi and that. So that's it, I think. The battery is starting to turn yellow, so I keep meaning to get a spare for this camera. But anyway, hope you enjoyed my little walkabout, my little natter. If you're interested in Denbigh and wherever in this area, got loads of videos on my channel where I talk about things that were there and what it's like now, and of course the mental. 25 plus years of documenting the mental. It's all on my channel if you're interested. I'm a sort of a Denbigh historian. So anyway, thanks for watching as always. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again.